as part of its continued efforts geared towards developing the capacity of its personnel to combat terrorism and secure lives and properties of Nigerians. The Nigerian Air Force, on the 28th of October 2019, conducted a counter-terrorism simulation exercise along Kaduna-Birnin-Gwari Road. The exercise, codenamed Exercise Nazo, was aimed at testing Nigerian Air Force operational doctrine and tactics for effective counter-terrorism operations, as well as evaluating the synergy between air and surface forces in a complex air-ground operational environment. The counter-terrorism exercise involved Nigerian Air Force intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance platforms, as well as attack aircrafts, along with Nigerian Air Force Special Forces and K9 teams, who will practice on their individual and group skills in the planning, coordination and execution of counter-terrorism operations.
In line with my vision for the Armed Forces of Nigeria.
Speaking during the exercise, the special guest of honor, Chief of Defense Staff, General Abayomi Olonishakin, highlighted the critical importance of training and exercise to a fighting force towards ensuring greater success in combat operations. General Olonishakin stated that as a service vested with the enviable role of protecting the territorial integrity of Nigeria by air, the timing of the exercise was apt, affording the Nigerian Air Force the opportunity to access the physical alertness and combat readiness of its personnel with a view to making necessary adjustments and changes. Even more important is the fact that an event of this nature is being organized at a time the Nigerian Air Force and its sister services are engaged in counter-insurgency operations in the northeastern part of Nigeria, as well as anti-banditry in the northwest and north central. In his remarks, the Chief of the Air Staff expressed his delight to have the Chief of Defense Staff physically present to witness the first ever counter-terrorism simulation exercise conducted by the Nigerian Air Force.
From now to January 2020, the Nigerian Air Force...
He noted that the service would conduct a number of such exercises between October 2019 and January 2020 with a view to identifying and tackling problems associated with air-ground integration, as well as highlighting the crucial role of joint planning and coordination to the success of operations. Air Marshal Abubakar noted that similar to Exercise Nazo, the forthcoming exercise will practice Nigerian Air Force flying units, regiment and special forces team, air provost and K9 units, as well as intelligence and other elements such as medical, to enhance coordination and improve decision making of commanders in order to ensure mission accomplishment in virtually every encounter. He added that the conduct of such training had become even more crucial given the increasing involvement of Nigerian Air Force Regiment and Special Forces personnel in internal security operations across the country. In his welcome address, the Air Officer Commanding Special Operations Command, Air Vice Marshal James Gwani, said the counter-terrorism simulation exercise was in consonance with the Chief of Air Staff's vision to reposition the Nigerian Air Force into a highly professional and disciplined force through capacity building initiatives for effective, efficient and timely employment of air power in response to Nigeria's national security imperatives. Highlights of the occasion included the operational briefing and giving of orders by the Commander 271 Nigerian Air Force Detachment Birnin-Gwari, Group Captain Idorin Basi, along with his subunit and component commanders. This was followed by the seamless execution of the operational plan, which featured live firing of rockets from Nigerian Air Force fixed and rotary wings attack aircraft, insertion by repelling of Nigerian Air Force Special Forces and K9 elements, and movement of teams into the objective area, as well as subsequent rescue of hostage, arrest of the suspected armed bandit, extraction of the assault team by road, and evacuation of casualties by air while being provided with close air support by an attack helicopter overhead the objective. The Nigerian Air Force, willing, able, ready.